Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to this walkthrough of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This is Blackjack Kent, and we are in the Taris Lower City, where we are continuing our search for Bastila by trying to find our way into the Undercity. Don't believe we've been in here yet. Do you talk? You say anything important?
What? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. My attention was kind of focused on the Twi'lek dancers. Look at them waggle those head tails. Don't worry, honey. Alien girls aren't really my thing. I'm much more interested in an attractive female of my own species.
Keep your hormones in check. I just want to ask some questions.
I don't like the tone of your voice. I work for David Kang. I'm used to people treating me with respect.
You work for Davik?
I'm one of his top couriers. Davik's always sending me off planet to deliver and bring back packages. He knows you can trust me to follow my orders to the letter. Plus, I used to be an intergalactic customs agent, so I know all the tricks they use to catch smugglers. That gives me the edge I need on my courier runs.
Pretty open about what you do. I don't like you. I used to be a smuggler. That's not cool, man.
It's not like it's some big secret. It's kind of hard for Davik to keep a low profile when he belongs to a big intergalactic crime syndicate like the Exchange.
You think Davik could get me off Taris?
Davik's ship is the fastest one in the entire quadrant. But even the Ebonhawk can't get off Taris until the quarantine is lifted. The Sith fleet has the planet surrounded. Any ship leaving orbit without proper access codes will be disintegrated by the Sith auto-targeting laser cannons. And those codes are locked safely away in the military base. Davik's pretty upset about it. His smuggling operation isn't making any money. But even with his underworld connections, he can't get his hands on those codes.
You're the guy who put the bounty on Dia's head, right?
You're here about that? I guess Zax must have mentioned me to you at the bounty office. Fair enough. I don't care who takes her out. Just so long as the job gets done. I can't let her get away with what she did. That wench tried to cut me with her vibro blade.
Was Dia one of the ones that we were like, I don't know if we should be doing Davik's dirty work? I think so. So, why would she do that?
She's crazy. She started screaming that I was making advances, and the next thing I know, she's coming at me with a knife.
Yeah, right. Sounds to me like she was defending herself.
I admit I was drunk. Maybe I got a little fresh. But it was no big deal. She didn't have to cut me.
Jerk. Sounds like maybe you got what you deserved.
Hey, you weren't there. She totally overreacted.
I want the bounty on Dia's head removed.
What? I can't do that. Think how it would look. I work for Davik. I've got a certain reputation to uphold. I can't let her get away with this. There has to be payback. Although, I do feel a little guilty about all this. Dia's a good-looking gal. It'd be a shame to kill her. Tell you what, I'll take 200 credits in exchange for lifting the bounty.
If you hire someone to kill Dia, it will look like you weren't man enough to do it yourself.
If I let her get away with it, I'll look even worse. She's got to pay, either with her life or 200 credits to buy my forgiveness.
I don't think I have. Do I have 200 credits? Take that bounty off Dia's head or you're a dead man.
You're threatening me? I work for David Kang. If you kill me, you'll be signing your own death warrant. Do us both a favor and don't waste my time with stupid threats. If I let her get away...
I was curious if I had any other chance at persuading him. Alright, I'd rather not spend 200 credits on this if I can afford it. Or avoid it. I'll go talk to Dia and see if she can come up with the credits.
If you want, but I doubt she's got 200 credits. That's a lot, and she's just a working girl. But that's the breaks, right?
Fuck it.
Don't worry. I'll stick to my end of the bargain. I'll go tell Zax right now that the bounty is off the table.
Yay, light side points gained. Lost like all my money probably, but yep. Oh well, I hope Dia appreciates that. I hope Karth appreciates that. That's the thing that is most important, I suppose. I don't even know Dia. Clearly, I'm a nicer person than my smuggling background would give me credit for. Alright. Out to the lower city. We need to find our way to the undercity, which is where the pod was supposed to have crashed that had, Can we go in here? Hidden Bek base.
Hey, you can't just
Hi.
walk in here.
Hi.
This is the Hidden Beks base. How do I know you're not a Vulcan spy sent to kill Gadon Thek?
Blimey, I don't know. I need... Do I? I don't remember what was happening last time. I need Gadon's help. I was told to speak to him.
A lot of people want to go inside and speak to Gadon. He's a hero of the common folk. But the days of the Hidden Beks open door policy are gone. Between the Sith conquest and the Vulcan gang war, Gadon has more enemies than he used to. We're being careful about who we let in now.
Maybe a bribe could get me in?
My loyalty's
Damn.
not for sale.
I've got to up my
been with the
charisma,
Hidden Beks
man.
for years, and I'm not going to desert Gadon now just because everyone is turning against him.
Maybe I could be an ally against all those enemies.
Well, we do need all the help we can get. And you don't look like you're with the Vulkars or the Sith. Besides, it's not like you can do anything to harm Gadon in the heart of his own base. Not with Zerdra watching his back.
So you're going to let me in?
Go in and speak to Gadon if you want. Just remember to be on your best behavior. The Hidden Beks are watching you.
Dun dun dun. Alright, Hidden Bek base. Let's check it out. Maybe they know how to get to the Undercity. Lots of, Twi'leks around here, mostly. Who's Gadon? Gadon, where are you? There you are! Gadon
Hold it
Thek.
right there.
Whoa.
Who are you? And what is your business with Gadon?
Calm down, Zerdra. Nobody's going to try anything here in the middle of our own base. It would be a suicide mission.
You're too trusting, Gadon. Brejik and his Vulkars want you dead. Anyone we don't know is a potential threat, and it's my job to make sure you're safe.
Do you want us to start attacking strangers on sight, Zerdra? Like the Vulkars do? I will never let it come to that. Now step aside and let them pass.
As you wish. You can speak to Gadon if you want, but I've got my eye on you. You try anything and you'll be vaporized before you can say Vulcar spy.
Okay then. You're a friendly type. Gadon, I have to talk to you. For some
You'll
reason.
have to forgive Zerdra. Ever since Brejik and the Vulkars began this war against us, she's been a little overzealous in her security duties. The problems with the Sith haven't helped things. Zerdra seems to forget that I know how to look after myself. Now, how can I help you?
Ah, good, yes. You have problems with the Sith?
A foreign army invades Taris, declares martial law, and locks down all travel to and from the planet? You damn well bet I have a problem with that. If the Sith ever moved in down here, all the swoop gangs would unite against them. We'd use hit-and-run guerrilla tactics to pick them off. Their casualties would be enormous.
Don't fool yourself. The Sith would never commit to that kind of operation. They'd probably do something much more grand and deadly.
But so far, the Sith have stayed out of the lower city, and our strength is wasted on this stupid gang war. I tried to explain this to Brejik, but he and his Vulkars won't listen.
I just realized Swoop Gang is like a bike gang, right? Biker gang? I need information on those Republic escape pods that crashed in the Undercity.
Escape pods? You know, I heard the Sith have been asking around the upper city about them as well. But you don't look like you're with the Sith.
They might be spies, Gadon. They might be working for the Sith.
Calm down, Zerdra. If the Sith thought we knew anything useful, they'd have a battalion of troops kicking down our door. No, I think this off-worlder has her own agenda.
Don't worry, I'm not working for the
I
Sith.
suppose I could tell you what I know. It's not like it could do any harm to me or my gang. But it might cause problems for the Vulkars, and that's okay in my book. The Vulkars stripped those pods clean within hours after they landed. It's too bad we didn't get there first, considering what my spies reported the Vulkars found. A female Republic officer named Bastila survived the crash. We Beks don't believe in intergalactic slavery, but the Vulkars aren't so picky. They took her prisoner.
Bastila is a slave? What will happen to her now?
Normally, the Vulkars would take a captured slave and sell them for a nice profit to Davik, or an off-world slaver. But a Republic officer is no ordinary catch.
I still think Bastila's just a Republic officer. That could work to our advantage. Maybe she'll even figure out a way to escape from the Vulcar base on her own.
She's too valuable to leave with the Vulcar scum at the base. Brejik's probably got your Republic friend hidden away somewhere safe until the big swoop race. You'll never find her.
Swoop race? What does that have to do with it?
I'm afraid your friend has become a pawn in Brejik's game to take over the lower city. He's offered her up as the Vulcar's share of the prize in the annual swoop gang race.
Oh,
By
great.
putting up such a valuable prize, Brejik hopes to win the loyalty of some of the smaller gangs. Their numbers will allow him to finally destroy me and my followers.
So how do you propose we go about rescuing Bastila then? Well, we can't fight all the gangs.
The only hope you have of rescuing Bastila is somehow win the big season opener of the swoop race.
Gadon, can you help me with this?
I might be able to help you with this. If you'd be willing to help us. We both have something to gain here, and much to lose.
What are you proposing?
The swoop race is for the lower city gangs only. I could sponsor you as a rider for the Hidden Beks this year. If you win the race, you'll win your friend's freedom. But first, you have to do something for me. My mechanics have developed an accelerator for a swoop engine. A bike with the accelerator installed can beat any other swoop out there. But the Vulcars stole the prototype from us. They plan to use it to guarantee a victory in this year's swoop race. I need you to break into their base and steal it back.
How am I supposed to get inside the Vulcar base?
Getting into the Vulcar base won't be easy. The front doors are locked tight. But I know someone who might be able to get you in the back way. Mission Veo.
Mission? Gadon, you can't be serious. She's just a kid. How is she supposed to help them with this?
Mission's explored every step of every back alley in the lower city. Plus, she knows the undercity sewers better than anyone. If anyone can get inside the Vulcar base, it's her.
We know Mission. She was the one with the Wookiee friend that we met at the cantina last time. Where can I find Mission?
She and her Wookiee friend Zalbar are always looking to stir up a little excitement. They like to go exploring in the Undercity, despite the dangers. Your best bet is to look for her in the Undercity. But you'll need some way past the Sith guard post at the elevator.
I've got some Sith uniforms to disguise myself.
A simple disguise might have worked on the Upper City guard, but the security down here is much tougher. You'll need the proper papers to get past him. Luckily, my gang ambushed one of the Sith patrols headed down to the Undercity. They never made it, and their security papers fell into my hands. Since we're working together now, I suppose I could give them to you in exchange for your uniforms. With the security papers, you won't need a disguise anyway.
What do you want with the Sith uniforms?
I like to be prepared. Eventually, the Sith are going to try to drive us out of the Undercity. Sith disguises might give my people the edge we need in a crucial battle.
Okay, I'll trade the uniforms for the papers.
Good choice. Thanks for the uniforms. You won't need them with these security papers anyway. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
I want to ask you some
Your
questions.
time would probably be better spent going after the prototype swoop engine the Vulcars stole from us. But I'll answer your questions if I can.
I was sort of wondering this. What's up with your freaky eyes, old man?
Very tactful. Are you itching for a fight or something?
How dare
To be fair, I couldn't
should
ask
kill you
in
where
any
you
other way.
stand.
Calm down, Zerdra. I'm not ashamed of what I've become. As you can see, I lost my eyes in a swoop racing crash. I rely on these artificial replacements to see now. But my blindness was not the worst consequence of my accident. My affliction was what eventually led to this war between my Beks and the Vulcars.
What do you mean?
When I lost my sight in the swoop bike accident, everyone assumed I would step down as leader of the Hidden Beks and let Brejik, my most trusted follower, take over. But with my ocular implants, I can still see well enough to lead this gang. And I knew Brejik wasn't ready to take over yet.
It's not how you spell
Fortunately,
ocular.
Brejik didn't agree with me. In a rage, he left to join our arch-rivals, the Black Vulcars. A lot of the younger gang members followed him, and soon he and his followers had taken control of the Vulcar gang.
Sounds like Brejik is acting like a spoiled brat.
Brejik is a proud man. My decision was a public humiliation for him. Maybe if I had stepped down, this gang war could have been avoided.
Don't fool yourself, Gadon. Brejik wants to control the lower city gangs. If you'd stepped down, he'd have led the Beks against the Vulcars. He wanted this war, one way or another.
I know you're right, Zerdra. Brejik won't rest until I am dead and the Beks are no more. But it's hard to accept the truth of his betrayal.
I want to ask you something else.
Your time would
Is there any way off this planet?
Not while the Sith quarantine is in place. Even the fastest smuggler ships can't break the blockade of the fleet surrounding the planet without the proper launch codes. Any ship leaving the Taris atmosphere without the proper codes would be instantly disintegrated by blaster cannons, fired by the Sith fleet's automated targeting systems.
Okay, how are we going now? Excuse me.
Feel free to come back anytime. We're not like those Vulca savages. Strangers are welcome in the Bek base.
Alright. So, we have... Sith papers. And our quests are updated. I don't know who Dia is. We need to figure out how we can tell her about the bounty being lifted. Right, so Gadon Thek will help you get Bastila back if you recover a prototype swoop accelerator stolen by the rival Black Vulcars. He suggested you look for Mission Veo in the Undercity or the sewers to help you get in. Alright, so let's head for... we have to find the Undercity entrance, present our papers to the guard, and go down. Down, 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 down. Where the hell? Let's keep going this way, I suppose. Uh-oh. Something's happening
You
here.
guys are behind with your payments. What do you think just because you're in some gang, you don't have to give Davik his cut?
I don't see Davik doing anything for his share. We do all the work. Davik claims he's part of the exchange, so let's see him prove it. Yeah, let's see the big crime lord come and get his money from the Black Vulcars.
Ah, so you want to play this the hard way? Okay.
Oh hey, Canderous. We didn't know you was working for Davik now. Yeah, we were just goofing around here. We don't want no trouble with a Mandalorian. Here's Davik's cut.
I knew you boys would see reason. Now get out of here.
Too bad. I was looking forward to cracking some heads.
Maybe next time, Canderous. I better get this over to Davik. I'll call you if anyone else gets behind on their payments.
Alright, so we got a bounty hunter with Duke Nukem hair. Let's talk to you.
Those Vulcars are dumber than a Coruscant granite slug. They actually think being in that pathetic little gang of theirs makes them important. Gadon keeps his Hidden Beks in line, but Brejik's getting dreams of grandeur. If Davik's smart, he'll slap that young punk back down.
I need to ask you, who are you?
I'm someone you don't want to get on the bad side of. And I'm not one for small talk. I don't have time to stick around here anyway. Davik's got me working on a special